This is your host, Job Moraga from Marang Spiritual Ministries. You probably have noticed that something has shifted. So, brothers and sisters, when I first encountered the Lord 5 years ago, so the angel of the Lord told me that the Lord has blessed me with the 7 gifts of the Holy Spirit. There are 7 gifts that Isaiah spoke about, and then there are 9 gifts of the Holy Spirit that Paul spoke about. I believe that the angel was referring to the 9 gifts that Paul spoke about. However, of the 9 gifts, he said that I have been blessed with 7 of those. And brothers and sisters, the only reason why I'm taking Paul's side and not Isaiah's side in this instance is exactly what the subject matter of this video is all about, what I'm going to discuss today. So I've known, brothers and sisters, for the past 5 years that I was into the revelation gifts. So the revelation gifts are the word of knowledge, the word of wisdom, and the discernment of spirits. So all the visions that I saw when I spoke about the Middle East, I spoke about Iran, I spoke about Israel, I spoke about Russia, it was all based on the word of knowledge, the word of wisdom, and also the discernment of spirits. It was an introduction. The Lord was showing me who are the players, where they are, what are their capabilities, what are they going to do to you, and so on and so forth. So that is the discernment of spirits. I know where everybody is. I know who the dragon is, who Satan is. I know who are the principalities. I've battled with them. So I've got all the knowledge. We have seen each other. We know each other. We don't like each other. And that's the end of it. So yes, I've been operating in and out of the word of knowledge, in and out of the word of wisdom, and also the discernment of spirits. Now, there is another gift called the gift of prophecy. When I spoke about the prophetic visions that I had, this is one of the vocal gifts. So the vocal gifts, you'll have 3 of them as well. The gift of prophecy, gift of tongues, and then also the interpretation of tongues. But as I've mentioned before, brothers and sisters, of the 9 gifts of the Holy Spirit, the only 2 gifts that I was told that I don't have are the gift of tongues and then also the interpretation of tongues. But as I said, the gift of prophecy is also part of the vocal gifts. So I was happy a couple of weeks ago. I was excited because I have passed the exam. And the exam really was about everything. I have passed with distinction, I believe, because I saw a number that none of you could help me with, 77.7. You remember that? You spoke about 77.7. But anyway, that's a discussion for another day. So I believe that the 3 revelation gifts and then also the 1 vocal gift, that is the gift of prophecy, those I have aced, I have passed them, and there is clearly a shift now, brothers and sisters. Now, I just wanted to put that into context. It was revelation. It was not combat. So it was revelation. I would see these characters that I spoke about from the kingdom of darkness, from the kingdom of light. I would see the angels. I would see Jesus. I would see the Father. And that was really a preparatory phase for me to be aware of what I'm entering, of me to be aware what I'm going to encounter as I progress in my journey. Because, brothers and sisters, there is nothing fulfilling like knowing where you're going, the destiny. If you know what your destiny is, nothing else matters. So I know that everything that I do, the purpose now, whatever that I'm doing, it is the build up to that destiny which I'm heading to. So I understand now that it's part of the building blocks, the revelation gives. And brothers and sisters, of late, I have seen a shift. This is now the subject matter of this particular video. I have seen a shift. To say I've seen a shift is an understatement. I've seen a major, major shift. I have been taken all over the world. That is why sometimes, brothers and sisters, bear with me when you ask me to do things and I'm unable to respond to you or to do things for you. Please remember that I've got my own journey as well, and it is very, very involved. It is very, very tricky because there is no one to hold me by the hand to say, now, when you see this happening, this is what it means. I only have these angelic beings around me and the Holy Spirit to guide me. Sometimes I miss the frequency, I must say, because the languages are different. I don't understand what I'm being shown. Sometimes the timing is off, meaning that I would believe that this is something that needs to happen today or tomorrow or next week. But God is really showing me something that is going to go down 5 years from now or 10 years from now. So it is those kind of complications, brothers and sisters, that I also go through on my own, and it's got nothing to do with pride or arrogance. It is just too involved. So I was excited then 2 weeks ago when I passed the first 4 modules of the 7, and I thought that the things will settle down a bit. I will be happy in the office that we have recently opened. Yes, we have opened an office in Midrand. We are now ready to start seeing you, brothers and sisters, from the 1st of July. Those who took time to write all your needs and your requirements, I will communicate with you shortly. But we've got an office in Midrand, and over and above that, we will also have a virtual office whereby people who are based elsewhere, if they want us to talk about the 2 items on the menu, we can do that. I will record a separate video about that so that those who may have missed what I said can get in detail what this office will be all about, what we'll be doing, how we'll be helping or assisting people. So, yes, but that is just part of the purpose that leads to the destiny. You are called, then there is a purpose, then there is a destiny. Anybody who doesn't know why they are here, I just feel pity for them, because they may have everything. They may have a beautiful home, a nice car, kids at the best universities in the world, eat at fancy restaurants and all of that. But if you do not know the reason why you were created, brothers and sisters, it's very sad. And the reason why you were created was not to sweat like every morning. There are people, brothers and sisters, for 50 years, 35 years, they've been waking up at 4 a.m. to go to a work that they don't like, the boss that they don't like, but they've been doing it. They've been doing it, and they will tell you that I have to put food on the table. I agree, brothers and sisters, we all have to do that. But do you know, just knowing your destiny, what it will do for you, and putting food on the table, and the peace and the joy that you will find in your heart. But sadly, not many people invest time in knowing that. What I see people investing time in is the journey of self-discovery, the journey of self-mastery, and all of that. Brothers and sisters, you can do all of that, all the self-what. But if you are not following the journey that your Creator has predestined for you, predetermined for you, you will never have peace. You know, the fruits of the Spirit that I normally talk about, they will never be in your system, because every now and then you'll be stressed. Every now and then you'll be depressed. Every now and then you'll be tormented, tortured. Is that what the Maker has made you to be, brothers and sisters? And the answer is no. But coming back, again, I'm going on a tangent. Forgive me, brothers and sisters. But coming back to the topic of the day, I wanted you to know, brothers and sisters, that the Lord has given me, or He has shown me about 5 visions. And then these visions, all about hospitals around the world. He has not taken me to just one particular hospital like Baragwana for one hospital in South Africa. He has taken me to some hospitals out of my jurisdiction. When I say jurisdiction, I mean out of my country. Yes, brothers and sisters, I travel a lot. Physically, I travel, and spiritually, I travel. I go to places. When I say I don't know who's taking me there, but I see myself there. And so far, as the Lord introduces me to the very, very first of the 3 power gifts, when we talk about the power gifts, obviously we're talking about the gifts of healings. And the gifts of healings are very broad. People only associate the gifts of healings with the physical ailment. There may be other things, spiritual and all of that, or depression. So these are the gifts of healings, or the power gifts. The second one is faith. Faith is a gift. Many people cannot comprehend the fact that faith is a gift. It is a gift. The Holy Spirit gives you that gift so that you can grow and develop that faith. When you pray for the healings of people, it is through faith, because as Hebrews 11 verse 1 says, you believe in the things that have not yet happened, or the things that you have not seen. And thirdly, the working of miracles, signs and wonders, others would prefer to say. So that is the 3 power gifts that the Lord is introducing me to. But the very first one that He has introduced me to, as I journey through my way towards the greater destiny, it is the gift of healings. But here's the thing, brothers and sisters, which I'm still not sure of. When I say I'm not sure of, I mean the revelation is not that clear. What is not clear, brothers and sisters, is the fact that I do not go into the back office. So effectively, I go into these hospitals, but I end up in the reception area. That is where it ends. And I have a discussion with the staff in there, whether it's the clerk, whether it's the nurses, entry-level staff. When I say entry level, I'm saying this with the greatest of respect. I don't mean that I don't respect them, but I mean like your face, the face of the institution. These are the kind of people that interact with. And I must say, brothers and sisters, that it hasn't been a pleasant experience. I have seen those who are difficult. I have seen those who are very helpful. I have seen 1 or 2 doctors who are difficult. And then I've seen clerks or nurses who are very helpful. They ask a lot of questions, but they are very helpful. What am I saying, brothers and sisters? Yes, the gift of healings. I think what the Lord is saying to me is that we need to start there. We need to start with the frontline staff, because these are the people who admit the patients. And often, these may be patients who cannot even afford to pay. And you have a surgeon or somebody in the back office who says that he cannot do an operation unless those millions are paid in advance. So you know what I'm talking about, brothers and sisters. The life of a human being has now been monetized. A surgeon or a doctor, whoever it is, a specialist, they don't care anymore. As long as there is no money, they are not doing anything. Hospitals turn away people. As long as there's no money, they don't do anything. You will die. You will sleep on the floor. Nobody's going to look at you. So I believe, brothers and sisters, that is where the Lord wants to start me. However, as I enter these gifts of power, I'm asking for prayers, brothers and sisters. You don't have to tell me that you're praying for me. Just remember me, brothers and sisters, when you pray, because I have seen that the revelation was good. It was all about knowing who does what. How do they react when that happens? So that part is over. The revelation gifts have given me that knowledge. Now here, brothers and sisters, is something different. Yes, even during the revelation part, or development or training, one or two spirits will still come to stop you from whatever destiny that they know has been set apart for you or has been predetermined for you. And we know that so far they have failed. But now, it is no longer a question, brothers and sisters, of a revelation. It's a question of walking straight into the lion's den. Ever since the Lord has shown me these hospitals, I must say, I've been visited by more than 8 spirits in less than 2 weeks. 8 spirits, and as I've always said in my previous videos, these spirits, they don't come to play. These are the strongholds. Pray for me, brothers and sisters, because I can see that the bar has been raised now. This is no longer about just opening my mouth and saying, oh, Israel is going to attack Iran or something like that. This is now real. This is where you go into the lion's den. As the Lord sends me to these hospitals, I see the resistance. I see the strongholds. You know, when Jesus spoke about walking into a particular location, and he said the first thing that you must do, you must bind the strong man. And once you have bound the strong man, you can ransack his home whichever way you want. So that is what I'm busy with this season, brothers and sisters. I'm very happy because it shows that there is progress. It shows that there is promotion. And I don't want to say I'm able to achieve this because it doesn't sound right. Everything is a blessing. But I do want to highlight one or two things, brothers and sisters. I want to highlight the fact that it is all about obedience. If you stay obedient to the Lord, He will do everything for you. It is all about obedience. It is all about discipline. It is all about focus. It is all about believing. It is all about trusting. It is all about faith, and it is all about hope. I hope that you will find your calling, brothers and sisters, or you will find your destiny, because it is only through your destiny that you will find peace in your heart. It is through the purpose that you have been created for that you will find joy, and everything that you do, the work that you do, it will be part of who you are, part of your ministry. From Maran Spiritual Ministries, your host as always, Job Moraga.